All right, we're going to do a quick video on the new AllSight app. This is an inventory app for going out in the field and making sure all of your computers and other devices are where they're supposed to be. A couple of things before we jump into the app. I just wanted to kind of elaborate a little bit on who this is for and how to get access. This is for customers that have our AllSight product, whether you're on-prem or cloud, whether you are subscription or perpetual. You just need to request access from us directly. So you can reach out to the support department at support@sassafras.com and we'll get you access for on-prem. It's going to be a new license file. And then for cloud, we can make the change on your server to provide you access. And then you head to either the iOS or Android App Store and look up the AllSight Inventory app. You can download it. And then there's a couple of different ways of logging in. The easiest one is going to just be to use the same credentials you currently use, whether that's internal accounts or SSO, and you should have pretty easy access. So let me jump into the app. I'm just going to log in here with my Google account. And we're in. A couple of quick things. You see there's 4 tabs or pages at the bottom: the computers, devices page, settings page, and scan. Currently, we're looking at the computers page and we're in the uncategorized folder. So before we select a division or map location to inventory, I'm going to go down to settings here and let's just kind of go through the settings and have a quick look, and then we'll jump in and do some inventory. So you can see that part of this allows you to set the latitude and longitude of a device when saving. That actually uses the location services on the device you're on. So you can turn that on if you want, or just leave it off. So there's 2 ways of confirming the location of a device. One is to use your camera on the device to scan a barcode that can represent an asset ID or a serial number. We also have a process for creating QR codes that represent the AllSight details page for each asset. So there's different ways. You may already have asset tags out there. For this demo, we're just going to scan a barcode that's already associated with an asset tag on a device. Okay, and then down below, which assets do you want to include based on their life cycle stage? I've selected deployed, maintenance, and missing, assuming that none of the other life cycle stages are relevant. And then similar for devices. So your non-computer devices like printers and monitors, that sort of thing, you can either include them or not. And then, of course, there's a log out button at the bottom of the settings page. If we come back to the computers page, now I've walked out into a location. I'm ready to start scanning to make sure all those devices are there. So I'm going to click either uncategorized or that pencil icon in the top right. And that opens up the selection for the division or map location. You see there's also a camera there. That will allow me to scan a QR code. So basically, our lab maps functionality allows you to generate a barcode for each lab or other computer location. And when you generate that barcode, you could print it and maybe paste it to the door or somewhere inside the room. And so rather than using the drop downs here, you can walk into a location, scan the QR code, and it will automatically bring up the computers in that room. Kind of an optional feature there. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and select a division. So first of all, I'm going to select a section, VAV section, and I'll just stick with this 302 Anderson division, and I'll click next at the bottom. So now I'm going to make decisions about what do I want to do in addition to inventorying the location of the device. What else do I want to change or add to the details of that device? So the first set of options here have to do with whether I'm going to inventory the status of the associated devices. That means any monitors, printers, or other non-computer devices that are linked to this computer. I can automatically inventory those when I scan or confirm the location of the computer. Okay, and then these other fields here: manufacturer, model, owner, managed by. When we see the computer list, we can either include or exclude those. I'm going to leave them there. And then down below here, I've already pre-selected some options, but on the asset tab on the details page of a given computer, you'll see all of these fields. And you can leave them blank or leave them however they are and not change them when you confirm their location with the app, or you can set defaults for each division here. And then as you confirm the location, it will automatically update the data in these fields. I'm going to go ahead and make a quick change to the location data here just so you can see what it looks like when a change occurs. And one other thing I'll mention here is that this particular server has dependencies between these fields. So you might notice that when I select a region, all the locations are in that region, and then kind of working your way down. This is a separate feature that is optional. We've got a video, a blog post on our website, and some documentation around setting it up. But that's independent from the app. Just wanted to point out that feature in case you'd like to use it. And then let's go ahead and change the manager here just so you can see what it looks like when things change. And now I'll click next. And this is important. If I want to inventory these devices and make sure they are where they're supposed to be, I've got to reset the current inventory status so that they all say they're not inventoried, so that as I go one by one and confirm their location, we're setting it as inventoried. All right, so I'll click done here, and I get my computer list for 302 Anderson. See the flag on the right saying that it needs to be confirmed. So the first one here, I'm going to click on the computer at the top of the list. And in red, you see all of the fields that are going to change to match the defaults I set. So I can manually confirm this. Before I do, I'm going to go ahead and click Edit, just so you can see I could make manual changes to any of these fields if I wanted. Again, in red, at this point, is showing the current data as opposed to what it's going to change to. And then if I needed to, you see the inventory action field. I could come up here and set this as something that needs to be moved or something that needs to be found, for example. In this case, I want to confirm the location. And instead of confirming it from here by clicking Save, I'm going to click the back button, go back to my list, and show you that I can just select the computer and then hit Confirm. And that puts that green check mark there. That computer has been confirmed, and then I can work my way down the list one by one, either manually clicking the computer or scanning the barcode. So let me give you an example of that. I'm going to go ahead and click the scan button at the bottom of the screen. All right, and scan the barcode on this computer. There it is. And all I have to do is click scan another, and I'm ready to scan the next computer. All right, come back to the computer list. Let's say maybe I decided it's too hard to scan the barcode on the back of all these computers, so I'm going to confirm them manually. Switch right back to that approach. Go through one by one. It's updating the computer records, confirming their location, and then also confirming the location of all of the attached devices. So that's the other page here, the devices. On this server, this is a demo server with data that isn't reflecting a real location, so there's just a couple of devices here. I could confirm those manually if I wanted to. These aren't actually attached to any of the computers, so I would need to in this case. But that's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward. You work your way through the list. All the items are confirmed. You can move on to the next location. If something is missing or if you find something that shouldn't be there, you can update the status to reflect that. And then I will show you one more thing before we wrap up. If I go back into a computer record and click Edit, when you're looking at a computer record, there is also a link out to the AllSight record. So you see in the top right that external link button. If I click that, it takes me to the record in AllSight. So I can actually go and view the details page for that computer and make any additional manual changes I might need to make there. There will be another video on how to monitor the overall inventory process in the primary key reporter web interface, but that'll be a separate video. That wraps up this video. Thank you for watching. Please let us know if you have any feedback or questions, or if you run into trouble at support@sassafras.com. Thank you.